Hi, welcome to Bare Glow, where I teach you how to understand your skin so that you could have that glowing complexion that you always wanted. So one of the questions that I've been getting a lot recently is how do I minimize my pores, or how do I get rid of blackheads? So those two kind of go hand in hand with each other, so I wanted to cover that question today in this video. So we all produce oil in our pores, and some more than others, and our skin is naturally shedding. As we age, the shedding does become a little bit slower, which tends to clog the pores, making them look a little bit bigger and making the blackheads more appearance when there is an open pore. So how do we solve this? The solution to this is going to be to exfoliating the pore, making sure that we're drawing out everything from inside the pore and that we are minimizing that pore by exfoliating and getting rid of that product inside. So my number one recommendation is exfoliation. How are you gonna exfoliate? The ideal way, since there's not everyone cannot use physical exfoliation, which would be a scrub, I recommend exfoliating serums, which also depends on the skin type, but mainly you could use an exfoliating serum with most skin types, except maybe sensitive. You might want to be careful. The most common exfoliating serum would be salicylic for large pores or for blackheads, and I have been having really good results with retinol, which both of them are also really good anti-aging. So if you incorporate those two ingredients into your skincare, you're gonna see a major difference in the pore size and in the blackheads. My tip number 2 though for getting rid of blackheads and minimizing the pores is that you want to do a really good job cleansing the skin, because we do want to allow this product to get into the pore, and the only way that it's going to get into the pore is that it has a clean surface. So I did post a video about cleaning tips and where I show you where you really want to work the product into the problem areas. After you have done a really good job washing your skin, then you will apply the serum so that it could really penetrate, and you're also going to want to work that serum into the skin. So that being said, you do want to make sure that you are cleansing twice a day, because the minute that you don't cleanse, the oil is going to accumulate in the pores and the dead skin is going to start accumulating, and you're going to start seeing the blackheads again. So to maintain, and at first you're going to slowly see a minimization of the pores and the buildup in your pores, and then you're going to maintain it with a very strict regimen. You do have to be very consistent when it comes to blackheads and when it comes to pore size for them to maintain. My third tip will be that if you have a lot, you might want to get a professional facial before you start, so that they could clean out your pores, you start fresh, you maintain it, and that's going to give you like a clean slate. Sometimes you have a lot of buildup, so you might need more than one treatment, but that's definitely a great option. A second professional treatment that's a great option for that would be microdermabrasions or light exfoliations of the skin, like a light enzyme treatment, or like dermaplaning does help to get rid of some of the blackheads and minimize the pore size. So those are the 3 tips for you to minimize your pore and eliminate blackheads. So just to show you really quick an example of products that I would recommend for blackheads and large pores, I would start you with a exfoliating cleanser. So for example, I work with Lyra, so this would be our pro exfoliating cleanser. It's going to have salicylic, and it's also going to have lactic, so it's going to hydrate the skin without overhydrating it, and it's going to exfoliate. Both of those ingredients are going to exfoliate. This is going to help minimize the pores. If you tend to have a little bit more oily skin, then I would start you with the ice cleanser, and this one is going to be just salicylic, so this is going to help to cut some of the oil and also minimize pores and the blackheads. So another cleanser that I would recommend would be the bio cleansing, and this one is gonna have enzymes from papaya and pineapple, so it's gonna help you exfoliate your skin in a little bit more gentle way if you tend to have a little bit more sensitive skin. For the serum, you would use the Pro C4 retinol. So this one would be an exfoliating. This one you would only use it at night. I would show you how to use it. So for my clients, I tell them to start it every 2 to 3 nights, and then every other night on the second week, and then every night on the third week once their skin starts getting adapted to the retinol. You have to remember that with retinol though, you might have to discontinue it whenever you're getting certain treatments, for example waxing or any chemical exfoliation. So this would be one of the treatments that you would want to stop using when you are getting those. Another serum that you could use for large pores and blackheads would be the Lira Mystique C15. So that one's gonna be a lighter exfoliation with the vitamin C, and it also has hyaluronic. So hyaluronic is a good ingredient to also minimize pores, because what it does is that it keeps hydration in the pore. And it's gonna, when it does that, the pore is gonna kind of plump up, and when it plumps up, it's gonna minimize the pore size. So this one's a good option as well. It does have additional benefits, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna cover what applies to this concern.